I'm Cherill Calling and I live in Auckland, New Zealand. I moved there when was that? More than 10 years ago after working for the New Zealand government in the Philippines. I'm a single mom originally, but now I've got a partner. What I do is I help Australian businesses in the Pacific, matching businesses from one country to another. So that's what I do most. Property has become a very important, especially now in my age, I suppose. You know, investing is becoming no longer a hype, but it's obviously a need. Southeast Asia is actually booming. The Philippines is part of Southeast Asia, of course, and the young market is growing, and there's a growing middle class in the Philippines, and scale is huge. You know, if I'm gonna look at property investment, I'm looking at what is 1 or 2% would look like for me in investing in a property. So that actually led it to this. So the story behind Rockwell investment was I trust Rockwell as a brand. Having probably worked there for a wee while, for 3 years, I know and I could vouch that quality is huge for this company. And that made me realize that if I'm going to get into property investment, I want it to be like that. I want it with Rockwell because I trust the developers, I trust the history behind it, the family that actually developed or built Rockwell as a name. I saw that in the first Rockwell development in Makati. And I saw that, if they can do that in that area, surely they can replicate that same quality development in other regions. Impression of Rockwell is high-end, no doubt about that. When I looked at property with Rockwell, first thing that came to mind, I said to myself, I won't be able to afford that. But investigating and researching further and talking to people, talking to the international team with Mika, I was able to get that impression that, they actually got other products in place that I can look at that can also, cater to my needs or where my investment portfolio can fit in. So my impression there was, high quality, that's a tick. Also, they have other properties that they don't compromise quality at all, but are actually mid-range, if not very affordable for me. It started with a phone call, I believe, to WhatsApp. That's how it started. And again, spoken to Mika, and she just, I just have a lot of questions, and it was seamless because Mika knows obviously exactly what I wanted to know. From the from the cost down to, I suppose, the payment terms, all of these kind of things. That is, again, from an investment point of view, these are important. I love the fact that you've got information about what the market looks like at the moment. Again, that's important from an investor's point of view because I'm not here. But what makes or maybe stand out for me was the after sales. As you know it, purchasing an investment property is huge enough, and if you're not there in the Philippines, it's important that my unit is well taken care of. And I saw that Rockwell has a leasing team, and that's one of the key things that I was told about. They respond quite quickly, and this is where WhatsApp is very useful. Even if we're 4 hours, you're 4 hours behind me, you actually talk to us, which is really important. You don't mind sending information outright or via email if need be. So that's very useful, handy to know. First impression, it's classy. Walking down the common area. I love well-lit corridors, and again, that's Rockwell, and you can see that. I love the 80-20%. The 80% greenery and 20% construction is huge for me. You know, living in New Zealand, it's all about green. You know, we everything has all the rolling greens of plants and stuff like that. Here in Arton, my first impression is that you're absolutely right. What you said in your brochure or brochures, and what I heard from Mika is that you got the trees all around, and I see it, and I'm impressed. I'm happy with it. What is my probably the best recommendation I can give to somebody who's looking at property or investing in property if you're not living in the Philippines is, one, do a lot of research. Trust the people that you talk to, and make sure that you do, you know, go and visit. I mean, highly recommend it. The good thing about Rockwell is that they're very flexible. We talked about Rockwell a lot, but I actually managed to talk to them via webinar, Zoom. That's how it all started. We started with that WhatsApp and then went to Zoom or webinar, and I got all the information that I needed. So make sure that you do your homework, focus on what you really want, and go for it. The best advice I can probably say is that, you know, the best time is to invest now.